What's going on, guys? It's your boy Spun, aka Chef Josh, aka Spunism. Welcome back to another episode of Gotta Stay Fly. This one is one for the books. Trust me, you guys are not gonna want to miss this one. You're gonna want to watch this to the end. And let's just get straight to it. I'm here with none other than I know IG Pito,
You're
and we have a very, very special guest today.
very special.
My guy Christian from Number One Projects. You might know him as the creator and designer of the Day of the Dead Nike SB Dunks.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on, Christian? How you feeling today?
Very good. And you? How's it going, guys?
We good, man. Thank God, man.
I'm good. I'm really
Amazing.
blessed. Thank you for joining us, bro. So
No,
today
thank you.
we're gonna do a little walk down through memory lane, through SB history, and we're gonna talk with our guy over here about a lot of his accomplishments and his amazing brand, as well as the history of one of the most infamous dunks, the Day of the Dead. Let him know, Christian.
Well, thank you, bro. Yeah, it was. Thank you. I really appreciate the time that you're taking to do this video. And it's amazing to see the energy around the world after almost 20 years for the official release of the Don't Blow, how the community was growing. And right now, 2022, and we're here, talking about this, doing the energy around Mexico and around Day of the Dead celebration. So I'm super happy. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice,
beautiful.
nice. So we got a couple questions for you. Well, first, I feel like we should start with what started it all. If you could show the first sneaker that started this whole thing for you,
Right.
which is the Day of the Dead Low SB. Beautiful shoe, beautiful shoe. Now, yeah, look at that. Man,
Yeah.
damn near impossible to get your hands on one of those now.
Yeah, bro. This is actually it's not desktop this pair, but honestly, I think the quality and the execution and obviously the material from the era are pretty cool and really on point because this is still like almost it's shiny like brand new, but it's a pair who has almost 20 years old. So yeah, this is the low. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Those are
I
still
think
fresh.
that's one of the beautiful things about SBs in general, that even the older pairs hold up so well that you could beat them up and you could still wear them without them breaking.
Yeah, there are these kind of pairs that you can put them on inside laundry service and every like in the washing machine and it's no damage. You can skateboard it with them. You can do a lot of stuff. And honestly, the material they are always on point and they last forever. Like these pairs actually have the good thing about that all the stitching on the bottom sole make that the pair keeps with the top of the upper like forever, because a stitch like this is almost impossible to get destroyed with the age. It can
Nice.
last another I don't know 20, 14 years. And sometimes when the shoes are only garment like we do with the time, with the base, with the pass of the time, the bottom sole split from the upper. But yeah, specifically on the dunks, they can be wore them, they can be play them, they can honestly last forever. Like,
Yeah, they last. The midsole and the upper, dunks like like what Pito was
hello?
just. Yeah, it's an amazing, amazing sneaker. The quality is always on point. And I love them.
So yeah,
Yeah.
let's get straight into it. I know Spun, you had a question for him real quick.
Oh yeah. So one of the questions, that I wanted to ask you was, how did your relationship with begin? Was your brand was your brand already out there doing the clothing and the art based off of I know it's surrounded by the Mexican art culture and stuff like that. So did they gravitate towards that already?
Like how I can hear like very well. Can you repeat me again? Like how I can?
So basically, how did your relationship with Nike begin? Like, how did the sneaker come about with
Okay,
that?
perfect. Yeah, basically, my relationship with Nike began back in 2005, I think so, because I was like a young guy walking on the streets, doing a lot of street art and doing my own street art, thinking about life and what I want to do in the future, right? But so I was looking for some inspiration on the streets when I was younger, and the common thing, but the most common thing between all the true all the communities, Latinos, Americanos, like around the world was the sneakers, and specifically the Jordans ones, and the Nike's collection from basketball, Tippens, Uptempos, stuff like that. And for sure, the two or three stuff from the heritage of Nike, right? For example, the all this stuff with the jerseys and the basketball and the American football. Back in the days, everybody wants to wear a jersey. Like
Yeah, I
everybody.
remember that.
So it was like the rapper wants to be basketball player. Like all the jerseys, and now the basketball players want to be
Wants to be
rappers,
the rapper, yeah.
So
Yeah.
but back in the day, I get inspiration for that, like the Compton culture, the Cortez, stuff like the Tupac, all the jersey culture, the basketball, obviously Kobe Bryant, Jordan, but talking about street, that feeling about to see the swoosh everywhere was the most inspiration for me, and I am sure the mostly of the young guys in through Latinos community who want to create art, because at the end is one of the most powerful brands in the communities on the streets. The swoosh means more than the sports for us. This is a street culture for us.
Right.
So basically, when I start to get to doing artwork like on the streets, this is my cat. Sorry.
Hey,
Leo, saluda. So when I start to do artwork on the streets, I start to work on some characters, like a stencil or uses the artwork, but
Mhm.
focuses on the shoes. Like the mostly of them was wearing Nike, but overreactor Nike. Like I made them too big or like too onirics because it was like something unwearable. Right now I saw that I was designing like a kind of chunky sneakers or daddy sneaker for my own characters on the streets. The point was I get involved into the street art using characters with Nike shoes, and in some point I do an exhibition on the Roma neighborhood, that is like a art district neighborhood of Mexico, and I made Roma Condesa, and I made a kind of window display with my artwork showing this one of these characters, and the character was wearing Nikes. And I remember that inside that store was an exhibition, an art exhibition for custom sneakers from bands. So it was a huge exhibition from bands with a lot of Mexican artists. But the interesting is was that it was a lot of people with wearing Nike shoes, but not young guys like mature guys, like adults, you know, like and then I figured out that they was like a hunters or talent hunter from Nike, because they arrived to Mexico to introduce Nike SB and to create a label in Mexico. It was not Nike SB before that. And they was looking for some artists, they was looking for some energy around the slush on the streets, you know, on the Mexican streets. So they come to a Vans exhibition to see what's going on with the Vans artists, to see if something have more identification with Nike and whatever. And then they saw in the window display from the main store illustration, in my opinion, a beautiful illustration from a character wearing a Nike shoe, like super crazy ones with metals and I don't know, a lot of things. And they get like kind of impressed about that. So they just forgot the Vans exhibition, and they called straight up the owner to the store, and they say, we want to meet this guy. And he said, it's my guy, but he's a young guy. Like, he worked for me doing this stuff, but he's a young guy from the, not from the street, but they just do street artwork. She's an artist. And he said, they, hey, bring us to us, no? Like, we want to meet us. And then when I met them, they get really impressed about what I do. They say, in that time, you remind us like the Japanese guys and the Japanese culture. This is like a really futurist, you know, back in 2005. And they say, we're really curious about how you saw the future about this kind of artwork and Nike, you know, and like they saw some kind of vision on my work, and they say, and we want to bring you an opportunity to show us what you will do with us if you can match your vision with our vision, thinking about the future. And I say, okay, I think I have something for you guys. And then honestly, I work on this like really quick, because I was super fan from Mexico and the shoes. Like, I think I get a mock-up of this before they ask me for that, you know, because I looking on my archives and I say, okay, Mexican tradition, the purple is for the melancholy, the orange is for the cempasúchil flower that I think is marigold flower in English. This is Quetzalcoatl, the Day of the Dead. So everything starts to match. And when I say, okay, this is what I have to produce with my culture, with my community, with my country, by the hand of you. And they say, okay, let's do it. That's like directly. They say it's beautiful. They say use the design in a computer, and they say it's beautiful. Let's do it. No, and then they take the time to make a special sample for me that I will show you right now. And that sample changed the game a little bit. I say it with a lot of humildad, but this sample changed the game, because when I saw this on my hand, the first time ever, still being a younger, showing sample property of Nike and thinking about what the fuck we're doing, I think I figure out that this will be part of the history forever, you know. This pair actually doesn't have any stitch on it. It's just gummed, and this is still on it. Wow. Because this is handcrafted in Taiwan. It's not made in China. This is made in Taiwan. The regular pairs are made in China. So everything after this sample was the history we know. We create this, and then we run them, we drop it. If the people start to get crazy, it came from Asia, Europe, and around the world, start to get hyped. One of the seconds or third camping the like night out camping to get them. Like I remember my mom told me, it's calling me a lot of people to at the house. I don't know. They talking Japanese. They talking Chinese. They say, "Dia de Muertos, Dia de Muertos, bring me, bring me." My sister told me, I don't know what's going on. These people are outside the house, stalking me with saying with money, like sell me a shoe, sell me a shoe.
Oh
I'm
my
not the designer, it's my brother, you know, and I was out of control, obviously, because I was young, focused more on the street. Sometimes I was just on a parties with my own pair, and then some friend of mine say, wow, it's super cool, but I can afford it, blah, blah, and I say, take them, you know, like, hey, bring me your shoes. So I split some pair with a box. Some people resell them many years later. Some friend of mine passed away with his own pair. So it's happened a lot of things, you know. But talking back about the Genesis, when they bring me the opportunity, they saw something in the kind of artwork, the kind of way I count history, that they make the attention to see what if we do something with him, you know, because I don't do it about through my person, you know, because for many years I didn't do any other stuff with Nike. I didn't do it because of this is part of another character that I made, you know. I'm not an artist from characters. This is a special character that I create as a complete artwork that this is my vision of what is the Day of the Dead tradition, in a beautiful object that is a sneaker, you know. It's really simple, but at the same time, it's really complex because some people say, but why don't do another character? Because it's not necessary. Why don't you change the design? Because people love the OG pair, you know? So right now is after all these years, these pairs are part of the community. I think they not belong me. The design not belong me anymore. The colorway. This is all for the community, by the community, you know. And that's why I do some stuff like the T-shirts, the special editions, like this. You know, there is a handcrafted for edition for friends and family. That's why we work on the custom things like this, you know. So basically, this is the heritage of the universe that the same community create with us back in the day, 60 years ago, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing, amazing
That's
stuff.
amazing. That's like a big dream come true, especially for
Yeah.
how young you were. So I could imagine that feeling on just a natural high of like, oh man, it's a dream come true. Like you said, is also you get to mix your own culture in with it, and people embrace it all over the world and acknowledge it and be like, man, this is just fire, you know. And then so now we see that high top. I see a certain high top that you have right there that's open. Can we speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. For example, this high top is a handcrafted masterpiece made in collaboration with Ratings. Let me show you his logo. I don't know if you saw it well, but these guys, the Ratings. So they do a special custom handcrafted from the bottom. We don't use another parts of shoes to create this custom. We make this everything from the bottom, and we use original parts from Nike shoes. So that's why this one is they are from Steam Water, the one who say plants emoji. But this actually pretty cool because it's translucent, so we can recreate the translucent from the OG. You know, this one is almost gummed because of the age, but this is oh shit. Sorry about that. This one is this is translucent, and this is so cool because with the time, like in a couple of years, which looks like this, you know, like the OG. So this beautiful pair is from my friend Global Dan. a really nice rapper and musician. I think he's more than a rapper right now. He do a lot of stuff. But yeah, this is for Dan. And yeah, basically, let me do a little bit of space.
Yeah, I saw you posting on the Instagram lately. He's in the box. He's in the box. What was the process of you getting this box? This is something you really, really wanted to work on the, as a new detail of the anniversary edition?
Yeah, like the process is really, really handcrafted. Well, it's not really handcrafted. Like it's kind of slow because we have we take care of the details from everything. Give me 1 second. Okay, cool. Sorry, we're still working here, but all cool. So this box is handcrafted too as well. All the project is handcrafted. This is a small homage for homenaje for the community who support us around the world. We will love to bring this to a lot of people, to each person in the world who have a Day of the Dead law, obviously, and we will do it for free, but we can afford that. And right now we choose randomly 16 persons, 16 personas, 60 persons, to bring them one of these for free. This pair have a lot of details. Like for example, he say hecho a mano en México por #1 project and ratings. And I think, let me see. Here is play that we are using the top quality of materials. We are using an original Nike pair of dunks for the bottom sole, and it's a top quality on his construction. Then we have the logo #1. Then we have a quote in English, because part of our community, of like I will say mostly, like, I don't know, the 50% of our community is people who live on the States or outside of Mexico, who have a connection with the Latinos, or they are just friends and family from the Latinos, you know, or you have family living on the States, or you are half Mexican, or you are just American, but you love Latinos, and that's super cool. So that's why this is a custom handcrafted sneaker, special made for you. They are for cultural purpose only, not for sale, resale, trade, or enjoy. And one thing that I love about this box is that I made thinking about everything. They close automatically. See this? Like when you put the box can split like really, really tight, you know, like, so these kind of details, I love it. Like if you have a box and it's closed like this, you say, wow, you know, so it's smooth. So yeah, so this pair is for G-Eazy, the rapper. So let's do the unboxing. He actually didn't saw this yet.
Oh,
this is the official unboxing. So this is the Dunk High finished. Yeah, perfectly made. Obviously, we're recycling this from the OG pair, from the bottom sole, to do a look a little bit more closer than the factory look of the Nike pairs, you know, thinking about all the unboxing experience. The inside of this is pretty cool and it's super top quality. I will show in a few. So this is one pair. We're recycling this from the OG box on the bottom sole donation pair. This is the other one.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Woo.
So, and the good thing about this is that we do a small detail in the OG pairs. In the low, the school of the Mitlantecutli God is only on the right shoe, right? And on the sample is on the left shoe. So basically, we never saw pair with both schools. I can only saw it by myself because I have the samples, you know. The
Yeah.
mostly of the regular pairs have this on the left shoe and this on the right shoe. So for the highs, for this custom highs, we change this and we put two schools, because with the using of the and the age, sometimes you damage this. You know, I saw on internet like pairs that they are still goods like this. They say, okay, not bad, but this is super damaged. So if you only have one screen print of this, it's pretty sad because it's actually the day of the dead God. So we changed that, and in this pair you have two schools. You know, it's the same look that the OG, or on the left shoe, you don't have anything on the outside part, but in the inside part you have one school, and then on the right shoes you have another one. All these at the same than the box, they are handcrafted and made with a lot of care in Mexico. For example, these are part of the pieces that we screen print by hand
Wow.
in Mexico, right? So we screen print this, each color, and then we cut them of everything, and little by little, we're working on the construction. For example, this part is here.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So all the process came slowly, but straight up, you know, like that's why we do this kind of stuff with a top of quality, because we have control from each detail, because we made them by ourselves by hand. This is a good technology called DTF, that is the same that we're using for the inner soles here.
Nice.
Back in the days, only the top companies have this technology. For example, I don't know, Calvin Klein using this for his underwear, for the tagging
Yeah.
sizing and this. And Nike was using for the inner sole. That right now is the world is more open for all the creators. So I'm super happy that we can use this as a part of our regular production of customs and sneakers and stuff. So we try to choose always top quality materials to do the best for the community, because they are always on the mood to get the best of the best always, you know. So if we don't, we was thinking about to drop this officially with Nike. We're still talking about it. We are working on it. I think if we do this officially, I will choose to make them with the inner, with the linen on white. I'm not
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Maybe one and one, maybe one white, one purple. But for now, we do this just a homage for the people who support us, to show them that we are still working on a dream that people want to make true, that is to make this officially. And this is just like something to introduce the idea into the community, and to see if we can do it officially with Nike. I would love it for the 20th anniversary of this silhouette that is in 3 years. So if we work hard, I hopefully we can get an official Dunks high with Nike in 3 years. And
Yeah.
for now we have this custom, beautiful custom for some people, some friends and family. I was thinking to do a raffle, like open raffle to for one pair, maybe in October. So maybe a random people from around the world can win them and have the opportunity to wear them, plus the other 50 person, right? Because sometimes, I don't know, one of the winners of this is living on Indonesia, you know? So it's far away. He's a father from 2 kids. He's a collector. He's a cool guy, but he's not a fancy guy, you know, with chains and everything. So he's far away. He's Indonesia, but he's a huge collector. He respects my work. He respects the Latino community. He's super happy about it. So we bring energy, you know. So the energy who is now on, we will be on walking the streets of Indonesia right now. So
Yeah, sick.
I saw that it's a lot of people around the world, in Alemania, in, I don't know, in South America too. I don't know, a lot of the world who wants to get one of these or something about work, and sometimes they can afford it, or they just don't have the look to win them on the raffles, or they don't know how to looking for a OG pair like this, or they don't even know that we drop this, you know. So that's why we're trying to introduce this into the right people, to be sure that mostly of the people can have one of these on the hand, because as I explained you, for us, this is artwork who represent Mexico City into the Mexican tradition from the Day of the Dead, you know? So for me, it's the same relevance that you have this or this, because if you frame this, you have already the OG artwork, you know? Or if you have the lucky to get this, like it's beautiful, or this or that. So right now we are focused the brand to split this artwork in another object, t-shirt, I don't know, hoodies, glasses, I don't know, wallets, different objects for different tastes or kind of gustos from the people who wants to rock the artwork, but maybe don't want to spend a lot of money to buy this on resale, or maybe they don't feel comfortable wearing a t-shirt with an artwork, you know. So we are working on that stuff too.
Wow, that is amazing. How long, my last question for you is, how long does it take to make the high top?
Híjole, the high tops takes like more or less like 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah, because for example, we start on this, right? We buy a pair of shoes that we take out the bottom sole, right?
Yep.
And then once we take out the bottom sole like this, we proceed to create the screen prints, you know, like this, like all this stuff. So this process, like to get the pair and take out the bottom sole, takes at least a week. And then this is another week, you know, to screen print this. And then on the construction, who is work of my partner from Ratings, that see the construction. I don't know if you can saw it, but it's all super top quality.
Yeah, it look nice.
Everything rounded, like it's a piece of art. See from the inside, you know.
Wow.
So
yeah,
this
amazing.
is like I compare this honestly. His quality of the guy who is part of this project is like the hand trusted quality from Italy, bro. It looks like he is making shoes, like handmade shoes, like he do sneakers. But I'm pretty sure he can do like hand trusted shoes on like kind of Italy quality. And this is my other part, like I do this, no, like the bottom soles. And I do the custom. I using the same like the OG Nike SB bottom sole, inner sole, to look a better quality on it, you know, because if you buy a generic one, it's not the same quality. This is white, this is cool, and this is OG. And then after almost a month of work on the shoe, he bring them the shoe, unfinished it, and we finish it like these details, and we finish it to stitch them on my studio. So they are made on 2 different studios in 4 weeks. The first step, this is the first step, right? Then after some magic that I do is the second step that is looks like this, you know, like finish it with everything rounded, with everything stitched, everything on point. So I take another 2 weeks. Basically, it's like 8 weeks, 2 months to finish one of these, and then another week, más o menos como 2 months and a half for each pair. Right now, we are working hard because we have to do another 10 pairs to finish all of them and to start to split them around the world. But I think we're gonna start to split them at least this that you saw here next week. So maybe we can show you official photos of this next week to follow up with your community. And I'm pretty sure you will be super happy to see them on the shoes of, on the foot of, en los pies de some rappers, doing some noise on the stage, you know?
Yes.
So, yeah, and yeah, that is that like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving us you know, a big exclusive and a look into your world and your culture as well, besides the sneakers, you know what I mean? But all of that is amazing. I do hope we get to see a release date so they can make, you guys can make multiple pairs. I could rock one, we all could rock one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
It will be but we are working on it. Like just send us good energy and I'm pretty sure we want to make it officially.
For
Yeah.
It's
sure.
gonna take time. Like to do something like this take time because we have to do it well, you know?
Yeah, you did
Sure.
Yeah.
a great job. And, you know, as a part of the sneaker community, part of the Latino community, and part of the streetwear community, I want to thank you for all of your art. I want to thank you for all of your passion. I want to thank you for creating these beautiful, beautiful objects, these products, these arts. And, you know, when those first came out, you know, me and him, we grew up together. Me and Peter grew up together. So when these came out, it was like, you know, shocking. Once they came out, they were already like skyrocketing like no other
Yeah.
before. So
Nice.
to be able to,
Where you was living on New York when they dropped it?
In Brooklyn,
Yeah.
yeah.
Brooklyn. Nice.
Yeah. My brother, my brother, he's also part of the group. He just couldn't make it today. Shout out to Angel. He has a pair as well, which is
Yeah, he has-
crazy.
Nice. You
And I
have a pair
remember
as well.
I got to borrow them and wear them a couple times. And I used to break necks with them and like, oh man, those are hard.
Nice. If you still have them, I can offer a free restoration. So if you still have them, yeah. Because
Yeah,
the mostly
I
of the
gotta check in
people,
with him.
yeah, the mostly of the people destroy them, wear them on the skateboarding, or they just sell them. But yeah, like that's as a part of the courtesies that I introduce with my community because I love to do custom too. So right now we are doing an icy seasons from this, and they are looking super crystal. We never put ink on a custom, so or like on a restoration. So we do restoration only with the OG materials, and so if you have uh, some, I don't know, some fan of your channel or some good friend of your channel who have a pair, we can offer a free restoration for him, and you can show them on a video too as well.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
You hear that, y'all? Anybody that's tuning in has a OG pair of Day of the Deads, need some restoration,
personal
bring back
use.
to life or anything? You heard it. You heard it.
Personal use only. Personal use
Yeah,
only.
personal, not
Yes.
resell. Personal use only. We can do a free restoration.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you for everything, guys.
Thank you,
thank
bro.
you, man. For real. Thank you.
You
This was
guys,
Thank you,
amazing.
bro.
Everyone, all the watchers, thank you guys for joining in on another episode of Gotta Stay Fly. We hope you enjoyed. Pito, thank you for joining us.
Thank you
Christian,
for having me.
thank you for joining us. Christian, thank you for telling us your amazing story. Very, very inspiring.
Thank you, bro.
You guys,
Cool.
that like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Spunism, Make sure you follow our Gotta Stay Fly at gottastayfly.45. And of course, make sure you go ahead and you follow #1 Project, my guy Christian, on Instagram. Turn those alerts on because he's got a couple things coming out for y'all. So you definitely want to tap in.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Thank you guys. Everybody,
That's-
have a great
Yeah.
evening. Have a good day. And peace, y'all.
Peace.
Yeah, thank you, bro. For the community, look it out about the Instagram. We, for example, this or the short that I have, like mostly of the stuff that I am always showing on the Instagram, they are handcrafted for us and they are almost ready to be dropped. So check it out on the Instagram and do the activation of the notification to be sure that they can get one of these drops. Thank you for everything, guys.
Yeah,
Dope.
bro. Peace out, y'all.